Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Caitlin from Caitlin Plans. It is a snowy Sunday morning and today we are going to be planning for the week of March 13th through 19th in my big catch-all happy planner. And St. Patrick's Day is on Friday, so I want to do kind of a St. Patrick's Day themed spread. I am a little nervous that it's going to turn out looking kind of similar to what I did for last week with like the clusters. And I'll show you what I have. I'm very excited about the combination, but I don't want you to be like bored because it's like, okay, Caitlin's kind of doing the same thing this week. For the St. Patrick's Day element, I grabbed the A Year of Planning Volume 2 Whimsy Luxe sticker book because there's this whole sheet of St. Patrick's Day stuff in here. We also got boxes. I don't know if I'm going to use these ones or not. I might mix and match this week. But these are the St. Patrick's Day stickers. There are a decent amount of things going on for me this week, so I'm going to need a lot of boxes, but I love just like the dark green tones, the little lucky coins, the fun kind of shamrocks. So I'm going to pair that with a couple things to like make it a little bit more like junk journal-y, I guess. I have this washi tape that is like a vintage map. It came in the same set as the script washi tape that I use all the time, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this like completely peeled up right now for you. Here we go. So it's a really thick washi tape, but I like the vintage map thing going on with it. I also feel like the touch of brown will look good with like the coins or something like that. And this is where it's similar to last week. So last week I used a different Maggie Holmes like photo scrapbook paper that was round trip. I also have the garden party photo scrapbook paper, so I'm going to cut these up to do like different little photographs in the spread. They're a little bit more botanical, so I think it's got that going for it, but layered with like the washi tape and these, I think it'll be nice to have that pop of green on top of the black and white. And then finally, I pulled the Paper Raven Co. sticker book, of which I have two because this is like my current favorite sticker book. I've been using this like non-stop for the last month, and I'm worried that Paper Raven Co. themselves is going to be like, please stop tagging me in things. You keep tagging me in planner spreads, but I love the stickers that much, so I've been using them in like everything. And what I want to pull out of here is green boxes. There's a few green boxes in here that I thought might be nice for like the functional elements. Let's see. I like these ones that have the floral print in the background. So I wanted to grab those, like the floral print in the background of that one. And then I also wanted to add in some of these little orange flowers. And I grabbed the second one because I was like, I don't think I'm going to have enough boxes in one book alone. But I wanted the orange flowers to kind of bring out like the orangey tones in those coins and just add a little something else. Because I didn't want it to be all green. So I feel like the orange will add something. But I'm going to go ahead and get this off of the discs and let's get started. Speaking of St. Patrick's Day and Paper Raven Co., I also made this monthly. There's a bookmark in the middle, sorry, but I love the way this turned out. I think it's so cute. Let's start with the garden party paper. I'm going to pick a few little images off of here that I can use for my clusters. I like this one down here. So prepare yourselves for some St. Patrick's Day content coming up on the channel this week. I have another video where I filmed a handful of dailies in the same like sitting, just decorating them, not like writing in them. People seem to like that longer video that I posted where I decorated 3 sets of dailies for DC. So I ended up doing another one because it's going to be a hectic week. So I did all of my dailies for this week St. Patrick's Day themed. I left one blank because I still have hope that my order from Simply Gilded is going to be here in time, and I ordered St. Patrick's Day stuff from them. So we'll have to see. Should I stick with maybe like the dark photos on this one, or should I mix it up with like some of the botanical illustrations? I feel like the illustrations might be nice too. So I think the Simply Gilded order is going to get here on Monday. I have a couple things that are expected to get here on Monday. But I ordered St. Patrick's Day washi tape, and I ordered St. Patrick's Day stickers from Simply Gilded. And I ordered them like really close to the wire, you know, like probably, you know, if all things worked out, I probably should not get those in time. But they have really fast processing, and they also ship priority mail or like first, like whatever the very fast shipping is. So I think they're going to be here. And I'm just really hoping. They're like puppies and rainbows and green plaid that has little dog bones on top of it. It's adorable. I'm gonna cut this so I can get these two images over here. I'm just grabbing 4 of them. Maybe I'll take like one of the slivers of the photos that got cut off the edge of the page and I'll use that. But these are big. So they are taking up a lot of space, but I'm also planning in the big sized planner, so it kind of evens out. Like, I know if you were planning in a classic planner, this probably would not be what you wanted to use to decorate, but since I've got this big sized planner, it kind of works out. I only have one of the really dark ones, like the photos, not the illustrations. So I'm going to take this little sliver, and maybe this will be nice for like the sidebar or something like that. Okay, I'm going to save the rest of this for another project. There's things on here that I love. I love the little cottage with the swans up front. I love the big swan, but those will be nice for the junk journal. This one's really pretty too. Yeah, I can reuse these in like a different project. I do like this kind of setup with the photo paper because it's like buying a pack of ephemera, but it's all just connected. The backside is like this green, which I considered using for this spread, but the green tone just didn't match up exactly with the Whimsy Luxe book, so I was like, okay, we're gonna use the photos. Did I mention that I got that at Joann's? That might have been helpful for some of you, just so I can share where I purchased different things. I could even like overlap these like images. That's kind of cool. And then like have the washi tape kind of come in from the side there. I'm just trying to figure out how I can make it different than what I did last week, because I don't want to plan in the same planner spread that I did last week, which I thought it was cute, but it wasn't like my favorite spread that I've ever made. And also part of the whole decoration process is that I don't like to plan in the same thing every week. I like to mix it up. I like to keep it like fresh. So I don't want to make the same thing every week. I'm just going to tear the edge because it kind of got a little messed up when I unrolled it. And I'm going to place it so that you can still see the torn edge instead of having it go off the edge of the page. Just because I don't know if you're going to be able to see the second torn edge unless I go all the way out with it, which, not bad. There's a little bit of a seam in the design right here, so I'm glad we ripped it off there. I'm just going to get rid of the rest of that, like, design seam. And then this one would go, like, right here. That's kind of fun. I've been looking at some of the washi tapes that they have on the washi tape shop, and I'm getting so close to like buying them, but also knowing that I don't need more washi tape, even though I just made that Simply Gilded order. So I'm thinking about it. Thinking about all the craft supplies right now. I was really good about not buying planner stuff for the last few months, and now I'm like, okay, I gotta get stuff. I need more stickers, I need more whatever. So we've got this. It's gonna need that St. Patrick's Day element though, because this is just reading as vintage. So I'm flipping into the Whimsy Luxe book, and let's grab some stickers out of here. I feel like it's gonna work. They do have a little bit of a white border around them, so when I layer them over the different like photographs, you're gonna get that kind of separation between them, which I don't think is a terrible thing. Like, it does help them from like completely blending into each other, which I don't know if I need that. I'm gonna add that in. I'll take one of the smaller green, like shamrocks, 4-leaf clovers. We'll go over here. I don't know if this also needs quotes. I do have some like luck themed quotes left over from According to Allie that I used in that daily plan with me. But it could also just be a case where I just let the stickers speak for themselves and I don't get too crazy complicated with things because there's a lot going on already. I'm trying to, how many coins do I have? I don't want to use them all up in one cluster, but I could do the bucket maybe. The pot of gold, not a bucket. And we could put it down here with those like little floral stems. That's kind of cute. I'm going to cover up where it says this week's list. I know they released the designs for the new Happy Planner Spring collection. or they at least like kind of sneaked them. The previews should be live on Tuesday, I think. Not sure what they did about that. I hope it's gone. Really hope it's gone. Flipping into the Paper Raven Co. sticker book to find those tiny orange flowers that I was thinking about. I've used a lot out of this book, and I'm very proud of that because it's been a while since I've used up the majority of a Happy Planner sticker book. I feel like I have a bad habit of just like making one spread and then putting it on the cart, and then I never pick it up again because I'm like, oh, I just used that in my planner. I don't want to use that again. People are going to get irritated with me. But when I'm all in on something like this, I'm all in on it. I do love, like, when I love something, I really love something. Okay, this is like our first mega cluster. It's a little rectangular for my taste because typically I'll do more like rounded clusters, but I think once we get more stuff on the pages, it will be fine. And it's a big cluster, but it's a big planner, so it's all good. Let's move into something else. I like the effect of the more photographic like image layered with the illustration. So I'm gonna go back and actually grab like another one of the like photograph ones. Let's go with these florals down here just because they're nice and close and convenient, and also they're one that I like. It'll match with the one that I have up in the sidebar because that one's also florals. There's a few things on here that aren't florals, but I think for the most part I pulled basically florals and then like a garden map, which I'll count as florals. The swan and the birds and the house, that's fine. They can be used together at some later date. I'm going to start with the washi tape layer, and I'm going to put the pages together because I want this to kind of split between them. Just trying not to cover up too much usable space. It's a very thick washi tape. Sometimes it's nice to have like just a washi tape that covers a lot of ground, and sometimes it's like you have to rip it down a little bit smaller, but this one's fun. The washi tape set that the script washi tape came in, this one being included in that, most of them are bigger washi tapes, which I was excited about because I don't actually have a lot of that style of like washi tape in my collection. I have a lot of like the skinny like 10, 15 millimeter ones. This one is probably like 2.5 inches, 3 inches wide. So I was thinking something like this, or we could flip that so that it's more on the other half of the spread. I think I like that a bit better so that there's more writing room, like Tuesday, Wednesday, that kind of thing. And that's the nice thing about ephemera. Like, you know, I love my stickers to death, but the nice thing about ephemera is that you can just put it on the pages without like committing to where it's going to be. Because it's not sticky on one side, you have to add the sticky yourself. So like I could just kind of play around with the placement of things. That is the nice thing about the craft tweezers. I do get asked sometimes, like, are the tweezers really necessary? I like them because it distances my hand from the stickers so that I can see things better. Because if I have them in my fingers, then I'm blocking out all of this room with my hand. And, you know, it helps kind of like imagine the placement of things because you can hold them and like the tweezers kind of distance your hand. So it makes it a little bit easier to kind of envision how things will fit in the spread. And plus, if you're dealing with like really tiny stickers, it's hard to put bullet points on pages with your hands alone. So I love the tweezers, but not a necessity by any means. The other question I get about them is, well, what are they? They are called reverse grip craft tweezers. I've got a couple pairs of them floating around. I bought them in, well, I bought these ones, these larger ones, in like a 3-pack off of Amazon for like $7. So I have a bunch of these. This is my original pair, and they're my favorites. They're a little bit smaller, but they're like not like normal tweezers where you squeeze them and then they close. These ones, you squeeze them and they open. It takes a little bit of like a mental adjustment if you're used to using regular tweezers. And I bet you could probably use regular tweezers, but this is a little bit easier because you can just kind of clamp them onto things and then you don't have to like hold down. This is my like hyping up the tweezers moment here. So I like the tweezers. Like if I kind of clamp them down onto this, I can kind of play around with the placement instead of like, you know. So I'm adding in my St. Patrick's Day elements. I don't think we have St. Patrick's Day plans. Growing up, my family has like Irish heritage, so my grandmother normally makes like corned beef and cabbage, which she makes that all, like throughout the year, but it's even better when it's on St. Patrick's Day. So maybe if I'm lucky, I can get her to make me some extra and put it in a Tupperware, and then I'll drive down and visit her and I'll have some food for the week. I'm not sure. I'm going to add these little orange flowers in for that pop of color. I'm out of them on this page, but worry not. The second book, that's what this is for. Let's go down here, just kind of bring it down to the bottom of the page. So this one is done. There might even be more of these orange flowers like elsewhere in the book. I'm going to do my last cluster, and I'm just going to leave the pages attached for now. This is going to be a very decorative spread. Last week I did, you know, this kind of similar thing with like the photographs and the clusters or whatever, but I ended up doing a lot of like writing around the different clusters. I ended up using the space for a lot of like to-do lists. I put more boxes in, so it got really functional. But since this is like a hectic week, and not saying that this last week wasn't hectic, because it was, coming back from Go Wild, and it's like everything is so pressing right now. But, you know, I don't think I need to have a to-do list in here for every single day of the week. I could do that in my daily planner and it would just do the same thing. So I'm thinking these ones are going to layer kind of like this, like they're going off the side of the page. I don't know if I need that like little scrap of it. I'll consider maybe not using that. So if we just have like that, I think I like that better. Let's just do the florals up here on the weekend, and then this will just go to the junk journal pile. As you can see, that green tone, it's a little bit different than those. These are a darker green, and this is like a little bit more of a Kelly green. So I just didn't want to mix and match that. I could also like have done like a monochrome, just all sorts of different greens in this planner for this week, but I wanted to go with something a little bit more like vintagey, I guess. So I'm going to flip over to the Whimsy Luxe book. I think this one is still available. The first one is not available anymore. That one's sold out. So I will try to link this one as best I can. I feel like this one is still up in the shop. This is the newest one that they released like before this year, so December of 2022. And there's a sheet of decorative stuff and a sheet of functional boxes for every month in the year. And then there's like a birthday set, and there's, I don't know, like just different stuff in the back. There's like holiday words. Gonna add that one in just to branch it in. I'm gonna end up with some stuff still on the pages. That's just gonna be the way it is. Let's use that last lucky coin though. Gonna add it down here by that little flower that's kind of going off the edge or getting close to it. We've got more of these. I really like them, so let's put those in. I stayed away from the thistle because I thought maybe the purple wouldn't be exactly what I wanted for this. Could do that like right there. I'm just gonna put this off to the side. I could do the hats too, but I wanted to stay pretty botanical with this one. I think that's going to be my best like placement for that, which not mad about it. So as I was saying, there's like a sheet for every month, and then in the back you get all of these like holiday words. 3 pages of those. You get birthday, party, wedding, graduation, concert. and then a birthday set. So I like these books. They're really nice if you're a seasonal planner. And volume 2, the first one was printed on clear paper, which I didn't like as much. This one is printed all on paper, so you can really layer things without getting things showing through them, which that was helpful, really helpful. Opening up my second copy of the Paper Raven Co. book because we need more orange florals. So these, some of them are the same. Like this one is the same, but some of these are darker orange and some of them are pink. So I don't want to like mix and match those, but if I can grab a couple of the ones that are the same, then I think we'll be good for this last cluster. These ones are pre-clustered too. Look at that. Go right up here. They're going to blend into that washi tape though. So I kind of want to do like that. And then I'll take that and we'll go like down here. A lot of florals, but not mad about it. And then I cut the edge off of that and we ended up with a few more little orange petals. So I'm going to take that. We're not going to waste that. I know it's like a tiny little sticker, but we're going to put that right over there. Adds a little extra something. Decorative wise, I'm happy with this. I think it's really fun. They are big clusters, but they're kind of cute. And they're definitely different than last week. That's the best part, is that it's not the same thing as last week. Not that like I didn't like what I did last week, but again, I don't want to plan in the same planner spread week after week. That's why I decorate it, you know? If I wanted to plan in the same planner spread week after week, I would just like leave this blank. Now I'm going to go ahead and mark my commitments for this week. So I'm going to pull the green boxes. I don't know how I feel about the one with the butterfly in it. I don't know if I like dislike it or not, because the orangey tones do match the florals, but I'm going to call that one like a if needed. I'm going to grab this one that's meant for a monthly, but I can just cover up the corner because it's just a little notch. And I'm just sticking them on the table so that I will have them. I don't need checklists because we're not really doing checklists in here. And I'm going to grab the same boxes out of both books. Whatever isn't covered by the boxes out of this one, I will grab the solid colored green ones out of the Whimsy Luxe book. Here's a full box and that same like fun all over floral print. Kind of reminds me of Twoll. According to Allie, just had a release on Friday, and Create with Mandy too. You can use my code Caitlin10 to save 10% off at both of those shops. But according to Allie released, and I like to think I played a little role in this, but she was asking for washi tape. Like, what should I do with my washi tape? Like, what pattern should I make into a washi tape? And I was like, please make a Twoll washi tape. That blue and white line art is just like, it has my heart. So there is a Twoll washi tape now. I ordered it, of course, and I'm excited to plan with it. I grabbed this one. Maybe not with the flower. Let's just stick with those green and white, like kind of line art ones, and then I'll layer them with solid boxes just so it doesn't get too complicated. It's already complicated. These are the coordinating boxes for this month. And I like the lighter green or the darker green. I don't know if I want to do both. We'll have to see what it works out to based on like the commitments that I need to put in the planner. So on Monday I have work, and I normally use this size box for my work shifts. Two of them are that thistle color, which I don't want to use. So I'm going to have to like get a little creative. I could probably shorten up some of the other boxes. So Monday is work, and then new episode of The Bachelor, which I'm kind of watching, kind of not watching. It's gotten to that point in the season where I'm like, okay, we can all see how this kind of ends. So I don't really pay attention, but I'm also in too far where I'm like, I owe it to myself to like actually finish the season. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. It's kind of a boring season anyway, but it's like, I've already watched this many weeks of it. I might as well just like see how it plays out. Tuesday, I have an appointment and I have work. So let's take, well, If I do this box, then I would alternate it with the smaller, like, light green box, and then I would use both of the light green boxes right next to each other. I know this is, like, really complicated for no reason. So let's do it like that. So we've got an appointment, which I'll just, like, kind of place onto Wednesday a little bit. We're going outside the bounds of the boxes. I don't exactly like how it goes over that flower, but it's gonna have to be done. So we've got an appointment and then work, and also the Happy Planner like spring release preview is on Tuesday, but I don't know if I'm gonna mark that just yet. I'll have to think about that. I work on Wednesday as well, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough of the small boxes, so let's just go with one of these slightly larger ones. Oh no. Let's see if this will peel up. Okay, there we go. Didn't stick for too long. I'm also curious to see how the Happy Planner pages are for this release, because the paper quality is a little like hit or miss. So we've got boxes over here. Thursday is the Happy Planner spring release, which I'm planning on getting a few things. I'm really liking the sticker books. So I'm going to put this box right in there, and that'll be for that. And then on top of that, I got to go into work. So I'll take this little skinny box and we'll go on top of it. And then I actually have weekend plans. So this is going to be like the weekend plan cluster down here. So on Friday, we have like a hockey game that we have tickets to. So I'm going to place this box for that. And then one of my friends has a performance on Saturday night that I'd like to go to, and I have plans to go to with some other friends. So I'm going to put this one right here, and I'm placing them specifically so that I can put my work shift in between them, which is going to be for Saturday, but this is like a notched box, so I don't want, well, let's move this down a little bit. I don't want that like notch out of it to be visible. So if I place that and then I like lift this and then put this box in, I know this looks like kind of stupid. Because it's like, where does this box belong to? Does it belong to Friday? Does it belong to Saturday? It does belong to Saturday. But I'll just know. Because I mean, sometimes I work on Fridays, but I don't typically work on Fridays. So that's going to go there. My life is just like, it's never the same thing. Never the same thing. And then on Sunday is a new episode of The Last of Us, which I've been very much enjoying that show. I'm not one for zombie shows normally, but I'm really enjoying it because it's actually like decently plot driven. So let's put a box in for that. Could do like this. Maybe I should have just put this at a different angle. Okay, I'm going to mess around with these real fast. I'll be right back. So that worked out nice. And then I'm going to put this box right here. And I peeled up this flower just to cover it up. It's a clear flower, so you can still kind of see that it's like a notch. But it's distracting enough that it's not, you know. I think I'll add in a box for the Happy Planner spring release or reveal release thing. So I'm going to take this one and just go right over here for that. And this is looking good. I'm going to go ahead and cut this apart and just punch it again, put it back in my planner, and get a good look at it. All right, set up back on the discs. I'm just grabbing one more of these flowers because I want to cover up that little bit of whiteout that I've got over here. We're just going to trim the edge on that. I'm happy with the way this one turned out. I think it's like a fun take on St. Patrick's Day. Originally, when I made that monthly spread, I was like, I made the monthly spread and I'm like, oh no, I should have done this for my catch-all. It's too cute. I wish I had used that sticker combo, but very happy with the way this one turned out too. So it all works out in the end, and I got to use lots and lots of fun stickers in this one. Tune in for my like daily plan with me coming up later in the week that'll have more St. Patrick's Day stickers, but this is what I've got for my catch-all this week. Big clusters, but I think it'll be fun to plan in, and it's not going to be like too difficult to fill in because everything has a box and I don't need to do too much writing around them versus like last week where it's like all of the writing. So this is what I've got for you. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner-related content, and follow me over on Instagram at Caitlin Plans, where I share after the pen photos as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching, and happy planning!